All right, we're going to do some counting atoms now. I'm starting off with water because that's something many people are familiar with, H2O. Okay. You always look to the right of the element to see how many of each element there are. So there's 2 hydrogens, and that one doesn't have a number to the right. It doesn't have a number, it's just like algebra with the X. You always know that there's a 1 there, it's just not visible, but it's implied. Okay. So there's 2 H's, 2 hydrogens, and 1 O, or 1 oxygen. Okay, so that same thing can be applied to your other structures. But now I'm looking at this guy and he has parentheses. Well, parentheses are just like what happens in math. We have to distribute that. So this 2 goes to the oxygen and to the chlorine. So how many Mgs are there? There's 1 magnesium. How did I know that that was not 2 separate elements? Because of the lowercase. Anytime you see a lowercase, it's connected to the capital letter that is before. So this is not 2 separate elements. I know it's all 1 element because it's an uppercase and a lowercase. And in this case, it's magnesium, and there's 1 of them. Cl, same thing. This is not an I. Okay, if it's going to be an I, it's going to be written like this in chemistry. This I is for iodine. Okay. This is L, so this is a Cl. So again, this is 1 element of chlorine. Okay, so there's 1 chlorine, but we got to multiply it times its parentheses, just like in science or in math where you have to distribute. So chlorine is 2 outside the parentheses times 1 chlorine gives us 2 total chlorines. O for oxygen. Oxygen has 3 atoms. 2 times, so 2 times 3 equals 6 oxygens. How many total atoms are there in this one? 6, 7, 8, 9 total atoms in this molecule. Down here, Na to the right, there's 2, so there's 2 sodiums. Again, upper and lower case. That lets me know that this is sodium. Sulfur doesn't have a number, so I'm going to assume it's a 1. So there's 1 sulfur and 4 oxygens. I'm only writing out oxygen there, so it doesn't look like I'm writing a 0. Fe, there's nothing right there. That doesn't mean you look at the 6. It's still just 1 iron, because iron isn't in the parentheses. 1 iron. And then H2O is inside the parentheses. But it's multiplied times 6 times. So we got to distribute 6 times 2, or 12 hydrogens. 6 times 1, or 6 oxygens. For a total of 19 atoms. Okay, last one. We have tin here. Again, upper and lower case. So this is 1 guy, and there's only 1 of him. So 1 tin. C and N, both capital letters. That means the C is 1 and the N is 1. So make sure you distribute that 4 to both items in the parentheses. 4 C's, 4 N's, and we're left with 2 Cl. So sometimes there can be something after the parentheses. Just make sure whatever you have in the parentheses gets the benefit of the multiplier outside.